Hi, today we're going to talk about why your team member has run out of names on their initial names list. If you run out of people to talk to, you're out of business. And many leaders, they do well because they're constantly meeting new people and they're pretty social. And I think that a lot of people forget that you need to be consistently generating new contacts every single week in order to keep your business going. And one of the first things that I recommend to my clients if they're noticing their team is not enrolling at a high rate is ask them, how many people do you have to call right now for appointments? I have found in the over 7,000 people that we have provided training or coaching to here through Emerge, that most people, they want to get new customers. They get really hung up on who are they going to work with. Now, today's purpose is not to talk about referral generation. We have a bunch of awesome podcasts on that, and you can learn more about that in our group coaching programs. Today, we're going to talk about this initial names list exercise, and there's some nuances to doing it well so that your team member or you, if you need to redo it, that you are set up for success. So why is it that some people can work with their initial names list for long periods of time and others run out of names right away? Now, yes, some people are more social, and yes, some people are more brave, but there's another problem. Some people edit at the wrong time. Well, what does that even mean? I'll explain. I did this exercise in all-day recruiting workshop that I did last week and the week before, and it was so powerful that I got a request to do a podcast on it. So here goes. Our brain cannot brainstorm and edit at the same time. If we try to do both, the brainstorming process gets shut down. This is why the best writers use a super rough draft, crazy mind maps, all that stuff to get all the ideas out, and then they go back and they pick which ones are winners. If you start evaluating ideas while you're brainstorming, your brain stops being creative, and that is bad for business. Here's how most people make a names list. Okay, Sally. Let me write this out. Sally'd be great. She's really nice. She likes her health. I'll call Sally. And what about Mary? Mary's also nice, cares about her health, but she has 5 kids and is really busy, so I'll call her at night if I get a chance. Maybe I can call Carly. Wait, no, Carly has a dad in the hospital. She's too stressed with me. I won't call her. And then this goes on forever and ever. And so you sit there for 30 minutes, you come up with 6 names because your brain is trying to brainstorm and edit at the same time, and it kind of starts short-circuiting, operates very inefficiently, and you get kind of poor results. Question for you. Do you believe in the life-changing properties of your product? I think you say yes. Then we have a moral obligation to share it with as many people as possible. Now, do you believe in the life-changing properties of running a successful business? Well, then you need to prioritize your target market. But don't make your brain do these things at the same time. I'm going to teach you the process that I use. It's a little edited when I was Cutco manager training new launches. Now, I cannot take credit for this model, but I feel compelled to share it with you. So here are the steps. Here we go. Number 1. Write down everyone who is in your phone who's between the ages of 30 and 60, and you have not already done a one-on-one sales conversation with, and they're not an active customer. So that's probably almost everyone in your phone. If you're working with a new person, it's going to be almost everyone in their phone. Write them down. Don't question it. No filters, no editing. You should, every single time I do this with a client, we just go through A through C, and there's usually 30 people on that list, at least, even the people who've been in the business for a long time. Second, cross off anyone who is a no way on earth. I am not going to ask you to call someone you don't want to talk to. This is your business, and you shouldn't have to talk to people you dislike that much, where it's just an absolute no, not worth the stress. I will honor that. I think you can cross off anyone on that list that meets that criteria. Number 3, we're going to use a starring system. Each person can have a minimum of 0 stars and a maximum of 3. Now they're on your list. First one is you're going to put 1 star next to people who are nice. Number 4, I guess, excuse me. Put another star next to people who care about the core benefit your products provide. So if you sell health products, put a star next to people who care about their health. If you sell makeup, put a star next to people who care about their appearance. And so now you'll see that some people have 0 stars, some people have 1, some people have 2. Third A star would be for people with jobs. So first star is people you like. Second, people that care about your product. Third star is people with jobs. Circle all of your 3-star people. These will be called first. Then underline your 2-star people. These are still great options. Call them after your 3-star people. Now, I don't really recommend to go after the 0 stars or the 1 stars. They're less likely to buy your product, but if you really need to, then that's fine. But don't give up on your 2 stars. I know for certain that if you were to ask people that knew me and you said, all right, well, does Tasha care about her health or her appearance? Most people would say, no, not at all. However, I buy products in these areas because I just don't talk about it a lot. I talk about tacos. I talk about my kids. I don't talk about my health all that much, but that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to buy a product that's going to help me to perform better in this area, especially if someone has built value around it. So we don't want to make assumptions here, and that's why I think your 2-star people are still great people to call. Doing this exercise in this way will ensure two really, really important things. Number one, you stay focused on potential customers most likely to buy. This increases your confidence and your results. Also, who do they know? People like them, other 3-star customers. In the past week, I referred 3 people to my new accountant, and that is because the people I hang out with are also business owners who are successful enough where they do not want to send all their money to the IRS. And so that makes them great clients. And so when you find someone that is in your target market, they typically know people who are in your target market as well. And so your referrals will increase, as well as your results with those referrals will increase. The second thing is you don't leave out great potential customers because you prejudge people. If you just start off with the editing process, you're going to miss people that really could be great potential customers. And this exercise can be done with some different nuances for business builders. This is something that I go over in our advanced recruiting course. So if you end up in that, we'll do that exercise for potential builders. Now, I have done this exercise many times with many different clients, and people with 5, 7 years experience. I had a couple of clients who are over 7 years, maybe even 8 or 9 years in their business. They live in a so-called saturated market, read the city in which the company opened, and still came up with over a dozen people that they could contact just in the A through C category, which is super cool. And they came up with people they never ever considered. And so I want you to imagine, what could this do for you? What could this do for your new builders that need to launch so that they can get off to a really fast start? This works. Why? Because when we work with our brain, the way our brain is wired, our brain starts working better for us. So I hope that this was helpful for you. Let me know what you thought, and I will talk to you later.